What is up, everybody? New episode of Merry Chat. We got some info here, some Anthem news, believe it or not. Some Anthem news from BioWare, Casey Hudson, to be exact. Anthem is not dead, apparently. Word on the street says Anthem is not dead. Now, I have a lot to say about Anthem as I am an Anthem player. I do feature it on my channel. I have had great times with Anthem. However, we do know that Anthem has had a lot of problems. Now, we're learning here basically about the future of Anthem. You know, everybody wanted to know what's going on with Anthem going forward. Now, are they scratching Anthem? Are they just gonna pull the plug and say, you know, it is what it is, let's work on an Anthem 2? We do know that BioWare is working on other projects, so are they going to continue working on those projects and also Anthem? Are they going to scratch Anthem, work on a new Anthem, and also those other projects? What's going on? And basically, I could tell you from reading this, I'm going to read this to you, and then kind of commentate and talk over it. But basically, what this is saying is that they don't really want to put time into the state of Anthem that it is in now. And they're not saying that they're working on an Anthem 2, but Anthem is going to get an overhaul. Anthem 2.0, they're calling it. So basically, the Anthem you own and the Anthem you know, it's not going to get these little intricate kind of tiny updates that are going to drip and drag. It's going to get an overhaul. It's going to get one big chunky update. And basically what they're going to do is keep Anthem running as it is now. They're going to keep the store running. They're going to keep, you know, the events refreshing. But they're not going to spend a lot of time, you know, putting into the build of it now. They're going to work behind the scenes and just drop a bomb on it. That's going to supposedly make it better. Now, for Anthem players, this sounds promising if they keep their word. You know, that's a big if. And a lot of people talk about, you know, BioWare, the magic of BioWare. You have to understand something. This is not the BioWare of the early days of Mass Effect. This is a different BioWare. This is basically BioWare with the name. This is a whole different team. A team of a lot of young people, young kids, young interns, whatever. This is not the BioWare you know of. The magic of BioWare. This is a different BioWare. Now, you know, they're really doing a lot of trial and error. And this really isn't an apology, but they do state on here that, in a roundabout way, that, you know, we kind of know that we hit a lot of rough edges. We're gonna make it better. Now, this is a big comparison to, as I like to say the name, Sean Murray from Hello Games, No Man's Sky, which is my February voted game of the month that I'm playing. Wow. Want to talk about a comeback, and they dropped some big updates to overhaul that game. It sounds to me, from what Casey Hudson's saying, and what BioWare is saying, that's what they're trying to aim for in Anthem with these big updates, like what Sean Murray did. Believe it or not, that's his name. He's got a good taste in names. What Sean Murray did in No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is fucking amazing. And they went silent for a long time, and they didn't do tiny updates. They just dropped big bombs. They just dropped huge updates. What was it? No Man Beyond, right? No Man's Sky Next. And, you know, they did the whole VR thing. They did the whole building build your own buildings and build your own, shelter and homes and more environments and more monsters and more life in the planets. They did it. They did what they promised on in the beginning. Took them a long time, but they never let the game die, and they built on what they promised. It sounds to me like this is what they're promising. 1 year ago, we were preparing to launch Anthem, a game that represented a big leap into new territory for us as a studio. It was exhilarating and terrifying experience to go out to the world, something new and different, and we are grateful to all the players who have come along with us on the journey. I'm not going to read everything, but I'm just going to kind of skim. So basically, they knew that this was going to be something different. They knew that it was going to be either a do or die. And it was let's be honest, it was kind of a little bit of both. This did sell very well. It sold good. But they were trying to make a Destiny killer. They were trying to make something ongoing that was going to continually be updated. People were going to continually keep coming back and playing. They wanted this to be an ongoing game. It's a continuous game. A game service. Let's just skip ahead here. Over the last year, the team has worked hard to improve stability, performance, and general quality of life. Now, I agree. One thing that they did do right since the launch of Anthem is a lot of small, tiny, little, intricate quality of life things. Such as how you can access missions right away from the menu, how you didn't have to go through a long process to do certain little tiny thing. That shit is important to players. They did a lot of the quality of life stuff. They did. The problem with Anthem is content, things they promised, like with the cataclysms and balancing of weapons and loot, end game loot. And that's what they're working on with 2.0. In the meantime, we will continue to run the current version of Anthem, but move away from full seasons as the team works towards the future of Anthem. We'll keep the game going with events, store refreshes, of course, can't let that go, and revisiting past seasonal and cataclysm content, starting with our anniversary towards the end of the month. So let's see what happens with that. We'll have to go back to that and play it on the channel. Creating new worlds is central to our studio mission, but it's not easy. Sometimes we get it right. See, here we go. Sometimes we miss. So basically, that's them saying, we fucked up. What keeps us going is the support from players like you. And basically, there you go. So, this could be big if this works out the way they're saying. This could be like the next No Man's Sky. Listen, what happens. We just got to see. Time will tell. But I could tell you this. I always thought Anthem had serious potential. I always thought that the premise of the game and the concept was good. I always thought that the game felt good. The flying felt good. The guns and the shooting felt good. The enemies were cool. The missions were cool. The game ran well. I just, it had its problems, but the pros were good. The cons were cons that were bad, but the pros were pros that were good. So if they could work on what works, I don't see a problem with it. I think it'll, listen, I'm a positive guy when it comes to stuff like this. I say this still to this day with Fallout 76. And I think Anthem could be really good because Anthem is a fun game. You're going to get people on there that never played a minute of the game. Oh, let it die. It sucks. Anthem's dead. Anthem sucks. They never played a minute of it. I did. I put a lot of time into Anthem. And Anthem is fucking fun as hell. So if Anthem can get this overhaul I'm all for it. Thanks, guys, for this special episode of Merry Chat. We got lots more news to cover. Also, make sure you check out my my sister channel, my sister episode, my side episode or side series, my companion series to this. It is dedicated to everything next gen. PS5, Xbox Series X. Countdown, next gen countdown, console countdown. It's going to be everything about the new systems. You definitely want to check that out. So I will be covering a lot of the new systems on that series separately. All right. Thank you, guys. Oh, and also I am working on a new Pokemon series coming out. A series dedicated to everything Pokemon. So keep an eye out on those 2 new series. Okay, guys? More Merry Chat episodes in the works. Take care, and I'll see you again soon.